this time what we did differently, as far as Uri, you are aware that it was a 2016, it was a shallow thrust and it was launch pad we were looking at. It is basically to convey a message. This time I think that is Pahalgam 25, it was wide and deep where we hit the heartland. This was the first time we hit the heartland, and of course our target was the nursery and the masters. This has never been done, and even Pakistan was not expecting that the heartland will be hit, and that's what came as a shocker to them. It was a new normal where our forces were always prepared for a conventional operations. When you go for such kind of offensives, what happens, you need to always look at what the other side is thinking and how this chess is going to get played. So what we did, we created a red team. So this time what we did differently, as far as Uri, you are aware that it was a 2016, it was a shallow thrust and it was launch pad we were looking at. It is basically to convey a message. As for Balakot in 2019, we were looking at penetrating through J&K, going across to training camps which are in Pakistan, and again a kind of giving a punishment. But this time I think that is Pahalgam 25, it was wide and deep where we hit the heartland. This was the first time we hit the heartland, and of course our target was the nursery and the masters. And like I told you, and this has never been done, and even Pakistan was not expecting that the heartland will be hit, and that's what came as a shocker to them. But were we prepared for it? Yes, we were prepared for it to absorb the blowback which will come up. So finally we chose 5 targets in Jammu and Kashmir and 4 targets in Punjab, and out of which 2 were with the Air Force, because the kind of ammunition which was required was much more, and it's such a long range, if you have to send it, then the options are either with the Army, Navy, Air Force, long range weapons, or with the Air Force. So we decided to go with the Air Force, and it helped us because thereafter all the kind of, if I can say that the rebounds which were taking place or the blowbacks which were taking place, but what is important, it was a new normal. It was a new normal where our forces were always prepared for a conventional operations. So though we were trying last 1 year that what is grey zone and what is multi-domain operations, but people were still not ready for it. But this is the time that our ground forces were actually playing chess. How many were going forward? How many were staying back? How many were moving somewhere else? So this kind of a chess move was there. So in this chessboard of 64, something was visible, something was not visible. And something which was not visible, maybe other countries may be helping out to kind of make them visible for the adversary. So the force, if you have to kind of look at force orchestration for a military man, it comes in 3 forms. And all these 3 forms you will play a role. Firstly is the force visualization. How he is going to employ his force, how am I going to employ his force, how it will be 2nd day, 3rd day, 4th day, 10th day, 15th day, because you don't know. Because this test match stopped in 4th days. And it could have continued for 14 days also, 140 days also, 1400 days also, we don't know. So we have to be prepared for those kind of things. Second is force preservation. Force preservation is important because you have to live to fight another day and you have to kill the other person. That's what is your job. Not to lay down your life unnecessarily. It is to make sure the other person lays down his life and he feels happy about it. And you feel happy by facilitating that. So if that be the case, so force preservation becomes important, and it has a major role. When we talk about the various drillings which are required to be done in the mountains, and so many bunkers of different kind which are required to be made, and if I can say the preemptive actions which are required to be taken, and the third one is application, force application. So these are the 3 domains which we look at as a military man.